What's going on, Internet? My name is Johnny, if you don't know me. And before I talk a little bit about Tony Wayne and Peanut X, I gotta tell you a quick story. Um, I'm 33 years old right now, and right now we're in July. Back last August, I was like, hey, like kind of scratching my head, going like, nah, I don't think some miraculous event is going to take place. Um, like I don't think some miraculous event is gonna take place in order for me to start like exercising physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis. Because like the story going on in my head since February 1st, 2020, actually since way before then, since way before then, was like, oh, you know what, like once I'm hitting my goals, once I'm reaching my goals, once I'm hitting my targets, then I'll start working out on a regular basis, and I'll start like eating right, and I'll start taking care of myself. And that was the story going on in my head since way before February 1st, 2022. And probably for years. Uh, um, the story going on in my head was like, I still have a six pack from when I was in college. Like once I'm reaching my goals, then I'm gonna start exercising physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and I'm committed. Like I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna eat right, and if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make sure to do it the right way. Um, so that was the story going on in my like. I'm 33 years old right now. I dropped out of college when I was 20 years old, 21 years old. So it was already, like over a decade. And the story going on in my head was like, oh, I still have a six pack. Um, I'll start working out on a regular basis. Like once I'm like, hitting my targets, like for sure. Um, and you know that story was going on uh until last August when I was like sick and tired of being sick and tired, and enough was enough. Like I don't know if you've ever been at that point in your life when you say like enough is enough. So I made a decision. I was like, nah, like there's something seriously wrong, with this whole situation. So it started off with 1,000 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and then it sort of like evolved into 1,000 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, like 100 curls or so. And then I was like, nah, well, you know what, I'm gonna, in order to get any result, I also had to get in some cardio. So I would walk a mile a day. Like I just said, I'm gonna walk a mile every day to get in like some fresh air in my lungs and stuff. So I was doing that, and I did that for quite some time. Actually, like I remember doing that like even like on Thanksgiving and stuff, until I got a letter in the mail, that I had to go to jury duty. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like there's just absolutely no way. Um, mm, I got that letter in December already. And at the time, there was like a serious Apple emergency going on. And it was important, because it was. Uh, so I made an appointment at the Apple store, at the Genius Bar, so at the mall, so that they can take a look at my iPad. So what the heck was going on with the iPad? That's a really good question. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. When you let your phone die like too many times, all of a sudden the phone like commits suicide or something, and you have to use the charger for like your MacBook in order to bring your phone back to life. Well, I knew about that because I had let my iPhone die before or whatever, so I knew never to let my iPad die, like ever. It died on me once, although I knew never to let it die. And all of a sudden that just randomly started happening. And I was like, what? This freaking kind of stupid. So I made an appointment at the Apple store at the mall so that they could take a look at my iPad. And they did a really, really great job, actually, because now I have a genius iPad. So clearly, I quit walking the mile on a daily basis because I didn't want to get picked up by a police officer or something because I didn't go to jury duty. And I actually went to the mall the day that I had jury duty. And this is already around Christmas time. And you know, my birthday is on Christmas Eve. So long story short, on my birthday on Christmas Eve, by then I was already introduced to my dear friend 21 and P90X. And I made a decision. You know, I was like, I'm gonna start exercising on a regular basis. I'm gonna start actually like taking care of myself and stuff. I'm gonna start eating right. And it's already been 176 days of the peanut challenge. 176. I've been keeping count. And then I also went on this other challenge, which is actually merely a decision, actually, to burn 1,000 calories per day over the next 60 days. I found out that in order to get any real results, you have to burn a lot of calories. Like, you have to be burning calories in order to get any results, or else you're sort of like just wasting your time. So over the next 60 days, I'll be burning at least 1,000 calories, and that's sort of like the baseline. And it's already been 16 days of that. So I guess, long story short, an idea I want to invite you to consider is, we've all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, yes? Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow. Napoleon Hill wrote. He also wrote some other books, like Outwitting the Devil and like The Law of Success and stuff. There's also another little book out there called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. The big secret in those books that very few people are actually aware of, is that you have to exercise physically on a regular basis. You have to actually take care of yourself and stuff, and you have to like eat right. Or else it sort of just like doesn't work. I'll say this, all the professional athletes in the NFL, the only way it's even possible for them to be professional football players is with Think and Grow Rich. All the professional basketball players in the NBA, the only way it's even possible for them to be professional basketball players is with Think and Grow Rich. All the professional baseball players in the MLB, the only way it's even possible for them to be professional baseball players is with Think and Grow Rich. The president of your country, the president of the United States, the only way it's even possible for him to be the president is with Think and Grow Rich. And the big secret that very, very few people are aware of is that the law of attraction, like, you have to wait for some miraculous event to take place. You don't have to wait for some miraculous event to take place. In order to make a decision.